Hey, chat. Welcome to the intro. We're going to make sure everything is set up good, audio, all that jazz. How is everybody doing? Do we sound okay? John, talk. Speak now. John died. John is dead. Silent John. That shouldn't be possible. What in the fuck? John, speak now.
What did you do? Why am I dead?
I don't know. OBS is giving me grief, bro.
What?
You should be audible now. Okay. So you talk at the same time as me. We'll figure this out. Hey, chat.
Yeah, all right. Hey, chat.
This is not going live.
Nope.
The way that we're doing this is that we're going to record it. So you're going to hear me do the intro and shit. And that'll be fun. I'm making sure I'm getting my notes all ready.
Yeah.
Okay. How are we compared to each other, chat?
We should be sounding somewhat similar.
We should be. We should be.
Yeah. Here's hoping.
One person is going to come in with like their volume at 1% being like, it's really quiet.
Yeah.
I can't hear anything. It's really quiet, you guys.
About the same? It sounds fine? Okay.
About the same? Okay, cool.
Okay.
Everybody got their notes ready? Everybody got their stuff ready? I've got my stuff ready.
I have some small notes ready.
I have mostly talking points, and then I'm just going to have to remember what my exact notes were because I didn't write too many for this one.
No, I mean, like, I'm fine with going off the cuff on this one.
I mean, honestly, yeah. Like, yeah.
Chat, spoiler alert, we really liked it.
I often have y'all's streams fully cranked. You've been better about volume recently, though. Thank you.
Yeah.
I find that OBS has, like, some of the worst audio management I've ever seen in any software. It's very bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, the focus is more video than audio at a certain point, but still, like, if you're talking about, like, a live broadcast, the equivalent of a live broadcast, you think it.
Yeah, listen, the people at GW who do the live streams and stuff, like I pity them. I pity them because it sucks. Yeah. It's awful.
It's all. I mean, like we were talking about this back on for the Adepticon reveal. Like a lot of people were yelling at GW for the audio, but it turns out, and
that's not
it's not entirely their fault.
I mean, often it really isn't because like usually these things are done through a third party.
Yeah. I mean, well, yeah. I mean, like it's one thing because I imagine GW either has kind of an in-house studio going on for maybe some of their reveals.
Well, for like England, but this one was in America.
Yeah. This wasn't in America. This was in freaking Minnesota. So they definitely probably contracted out the audio side, and then apparently what I read online was that apparently the people they contracted originally had to back out at the last minute and they had to scramble.
That makes a lot of sense to me, honestly, because, you know, I've watched a lot of these live shows. It's never been that bad.
Yeah.
It had never been that bad.
Yeah, and you know, you would also think they would slowly learn from their mistakes.
Yeah, but like, I just don't think they really know how to do audio, which is fair. That's fine.
Well, it's not even just a matter, especially if you're hosting a Adepticon in like Minnesota in the United States. It's not just a matter of, you know, how they do audio. It's a matter of how much equipment for audio do they really want to ship over to the United States?
How much are you willing to actually bring over? Yeah. And then are you going to pay somebody to come and do it for you? Yeah. But they backed out. So now you have to find fucking Jerry. Yeah. Jerry knows a thing or two about audio. He can set it up.
Yeah. Stop bullying the billion-dollar company. No. Chat, listen. GW, first off, GW is not worth $1 billion. Let's be clear. They're
if you're going to hate accurately at the very least. I'm not over here going like GW are saints, but I think some of y'all act like that they've taken like your firstborn children. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened. To make off with your children in the night. Like, okay, bro. They just make some toys.
Yeah. If you're gonna bully accurately, it's there's
chat when you can pop off your devil trigger when you hate something so much, but you've done so much research, dude. It feels so fucking good because you have like sources to back it up. It's so sick.
Yeah.
Oh man. Also, even if they were worth $1 billion, if you hire a third-party company and then they back out at the last second and you got to hire somebody else on the fly, like, yeah, you're going to have a shitty fucking show probably.
Yeah, I mean, like, any company would struggle with that, whether it's, they're a small local business or a $10 billion company.
You mean firstborn children isn't normal payment for a Chaos Army? I gotta make a call. Yeah, last I checked, a Chaos Army isn't $50,000 to hold your child after they're born. So,
yeah,
I love the U.S. healthcare. It's so fucking cool. Nightmare. All right. Okay, we got our audio sounding good. I got my notes up. John, do you have your notes?
I do have my notes. They are small notes, and I'm probably going to make.
I got a lot of talking points, but they're just like kind of things of like, what did you think of this?
I imagine our notes would look similar. Like I have one funny thing or two. One funny thing here on my notes that I appreciate it. I think a bit. So
all right. One second. I'm gonna flip over to the other screen so that it tells me in post that this is where the recording starts. Actually, no, I can just hit it right here. Oh, I'm a fucking genius. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Numbskulls book club. My name is Ava, and joining me today, that's not Carrie, that's John again.
Oh my God! 3 times in a row. What is going on here, chat?
What the hell? Welcome. Today we are discussing Ciaphas Cain, The Traitor'S Hand, Book 3 of the Ciaphas Cain novels, although technically not Book 3 because it's actually following the anthology series that it comes in. We're going to talk about that a little bit today.
yeah, we are.
Oh, boy. Okay. The Traitor'S Hand. I guess the first place I want to take this is this book versus the last book.
Yeah,
dude,
so much better.
Dude, I'm not even kidding. From now on, when people ask me, "Hey, I'm getting into Ciaphas Cain," I'm gonna be like, "Skip Caves of Ice."
Yeah,
like genuinely, just skip it. I'm not kidding.
Honestly, it's kind of fair. Okay, like it's with now that we have the context of what came before and after Caves of Ice. Like,
Caves feels like it was written by someone else, but it wasn't. And that's really weird.
Yeah, Sandy Mitchell was having an off day with Caves of Ice, I think.
Like, I wouldn't even say that. I think maybe Mitchell was trying something different. Maybe like the creative juices couldn't be flowing or whatever. Or maybe like the editor or whoever was like, maybe somebody was like, hey, try to do it like this. And then maybe the reception to that was like, oh, well, actually, let's make it more like how For the Emperor was.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I also haven't read the like short stories that came before these ones, which again, we'll talk about that. But yeah, genuinely, this is such a step up compared to Caves of Ice. I was kind of blown away. I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah. No, this was so much better.
Mm-hmm.
We probably both of us were like an hour or two in, and when we first talked about it after starting it, and we're like immediately, yeah, this one hits hard already. It's so much better.
This one feels like a direct continuation of the first book, whereas like the second book felt like a weird like side thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just everything about the presentation of Traitor'S Hand and For the Emperor is so much different than Caves of Ice. But anyway, I was also looking forward to this because when we read the synopsis last book club, I saw that there were Talon Desert Raiders and we were going to have some politics between two guard regiments. There was a lot less than I was thinking there would be.
Yeah, I noticed that the politics mostly focused on Commissar Beige. But
yeah, Beige and Cain not really getting along.
Yeah, more on that in a bit later.
More on that here. I want to talk to you first about obviously, like I like the book. Did you like the book?
Oh yeah.
I liked the book. It was a good book.
I was enjoyed a good book.
I had a weird moment where I finished this book and I said to myself, you know, I'm going to start listening to a different book while I do my hobbying and stuff so that I have something to listen to in between the book clubs. Because, like, at the end of the day, while I am enjoying these, like, it is work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is work.
Oh, yeah.
So, a part of me was like, I'm going to go and enjoy a book in between this. And I may have stumbled a little bit. I read all of No Fear in 2 days.
Yeah.
I then reread Summer Night by Jim Butcher, book 3 of the Dresden Files. I finished that. Actually, hold on. Let me get my phone out. I think I have like 20 minutes left. I just got to like the thing at the end. Hold on.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, I have 36 minutes left in the audio recording. Yeah, something about finishing Traitor's Hand. I don't know. I think it kicked off like a domino effect where I was like, oh yeah, reading. So,
yeah.
I'm having a good time.
For reference, Chad, also Ava has gushed to me about No Fear. But,
No Fear was really good. I liked it a lot. Listening to it as an audiobook is a little difficult because there's just a lot of POVs.
Yeah, that's fair.
But that being said, it's a good book. I liked it.
Yeah, that's the thing that happens in the Horus Heresy books.
Yeah, however, there's like 1,000.
Yeah. However, that's a discussion for another book club.
Probably. Okay. Anyway, Traitor's Hand. I want to talk to you about this planet. I can't remember the fucking name of it, but you know what I do remember? The fact that it is orbitally locked. Meaning Adumbria. Thank you. Yeah. Locked so that one side is always facing the sun, one side is always facing away from the sun. So there's ice and then like desert on the other side. That's fucking cool.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I think we have observed planets like that before.
I really, really, really like that. That's a cool setting.
Yeah, no, that had some
it's a cool setting because you and like it made perfect sense because like it's the you have the Valhallans who are used to a cold environment, and then you have the Talarn who are used to a desert environment. So you just deploy them on those sides of the planet. It's like, that makes perfect sense. Absolutely, yeah.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah. They can be. They can. Everybody else in the kind of in the middle because that's also where most of the civilization is apparently.
This leads me to a thing that I missed from the last book. The third narrator.
Third or fourth narrator?
Well, is it bad that I don't count Sula?
Okay, fair.
Because she's like, she's a different POV, but I mean like the additional narrator because you had Cain, Amberly, Sula for all the books so far, but then book 1 and book 3 now have had an additional narrator who is like an outside perspective.
Book 1, I don't think had this narrator actually.
Not this guy, but a additional narrator.
No, I think book 1 only had 3.
John, the rogue traders.
Oh shit! Yeah,
the evil rogue traders.
It wasn't Stephen Perring also doing the rogue traders? I guess not.
I can't remember genuinely, but there was like there was a new perspective.
Yeah, there was.
That wasn't Amberly or Cain or Sula. There was a new perspective, and I loved the first thing being a travel log for Adumbria.
Yeah.
That was such an awesome way to introduce the planet. And it's like, the middle of the planet where it's like always twilight or always dawn is like a beautiful, like all the rich people live there. And then like if you go far enough away from it, it's just a fucking wasteland. Like that's so cool. I loved that presentation.
I wonder if it's just like a ring that goes around the planet of like that's where all the rich people
That's
live.
kind of what I was envisioning. Like there's a line around the entire orbit of the planet, and that's just where like most of the cities, most of like where the nobles live and so on. Like that very cool way to introduce a planet like that through a travel log. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then obviously we had more POVs of like people describing the battles from their perspectives, and then we had like there was a lot going on with like the Navy in space and orbit. There was a lot going on with people's perspectives of what exactly happened to certain governors or certain nobles and whatever, and that was pretty neat too. But yeah, I liked the new narrator. That was cool.
Yeah, and let's expand about that a bit too, because also I think this is one of the big things we were also like lacking from the last book was the fact that there were more people.
Yeah,
and a lot more politics as well.
Yeah, there's a lot more moving parts as we are getting through the story, and I think having Cain not be the only POV, it really helps, because then you have this sort of background knowledge of, I guess you could call it dramatic irony of, what's happening in the places that Cain is not in. And so if something happens and it affects Cain's mission, you as the reader know, oh, it's because of yada yada, but Cain doesn't know that. And so that's pretty, I love that.
Yeah.
I think that's a really cool way of making the story feel more alive, and not have your main character feel like they're the most important little Blorbo to ever live. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's also something like in the book as well that Amberly keeps criticizing. Like, Cain doesn't talk about anything except himself.
He only talks about his own exploits, and obviously, like, they are written as memoirs as he is retired. I guess before he went back to the 13th Black Crusade, because he got pulled out of retirement. Whoops.
and we haven't seen him since, and we'll never see him again. Wink, wink, nudge,
wink,
nudge.
Wink, nudge, nudge. We don't know what happened to him. Smile. Speaking of new characters, though, Beige. I want to talk to you about Beige. Commissar Beige. Oh. Typical rival, asshole, pious. He wants to be an inquisitor so bad, and I don't mean that as like like that's what he actually wants as a character, but like he's a diet inquisitor where he's like, oh, you're committing heresy. Oh, like shut the fuck up, you fucking loser. Oh, you fucking suck.
Yeah, it's also, I guess, I don't know.
You're under arrest.
Yeah, who came first in terms of I guess how I remember how he put it. Emperor bothering.
That's such a good description. Yes, dude.
Yeah, who came first? Was it the Talon or was it Beige? I mean, maybe that's just why they were matched together, is because they seem to.
I definitely got that vibe, is that the Talon are like pretty religious, and so Beige was assigned to them because like, okay, well, you're like very down with the Emperor. This regiment's very down with the Emperor. Fuck it, just get out of here. Nobody likes you, Beige. Oh yes, finally, some like-minded individuals in this horrid galaxy. Oh, yeah.
So I mean, I either way, he seemed to be like, did you say anything against them? Challenge the Emperor?
Yeah, man. I don't know. It felt very it felt like your typical rival character who's like very he's like
antithesis.
Yeah, whereas Cain is like pretty
loosey-goosey. Yeah.
Then you got Beige, who's like very by the book, or in this case, like the imperial truth.
The imperial creed.
The faith.
Yes. The faith, yeah.
You can't go against the Emperor. I will literally fart and shit myself to death. Don't do it.
What What do you mean the Chaos Gods can challenge the
Oh,
Emperor?
don't go any further. Oh,
I will not hear this. Disconnects the Discord call.
I enjoyed Beige being a sort of foil to Cain's plans, especially like towards the end where it was like, we're literally about to solve the problem. Oh, Commissar Cain, I am hereby placing you under arrest. Oh, like, okay, man. Sure, whatever. Fuck it.
Dude, the problem is, do you hear that over there? All that gunfire?
Oh, whatever, it can wait. Also, I challenge you to a duel. I'm gonna make weird comments about like the fucking leader of this regiment and whatever the fuck. Like, oh man, he was written to suck and be like stupid, and that's what he did. God,
and it's also turned out to be pretty ironic because I don't know if you remember this quote that began one of the later chapters. I think it was like chapter 20 or something like that. Then the prophet spoke, saying, "Frack this, for my faith is a shield proof against the blandishments," which was apparently a book that was later included into the Talarn belief system, meaning Cain is a Talarn prophet.
I forgot about that. I remember Amberly going like, he'd probably be really bothered if we ever told him about that. He would probably be really, really upset if we ever told him about that. Oh man, yeah. Beige is damn. What an asshole!
Yeah.
Like, there's not really much else to him. It's just like he's a fucking asshole.
No, and he got his cup up. It's Cain made him sweat.
Sweat. He saw like, oh yeah, by the way, like the Emperor isn't the only thing out there. Haha, idiot.
Yeah.
My faith is my shield. No, the fuck it isn't, bro. Like, this demon just came out and just ate like a bunch of people. What do you mean?
Speaking of the demon.
Well, I wanted to mention a little bit more about the Desert Raiders because specifically,
go for it.
I think the Talon Desert Raiders conceptually really cool. There wasn't as much as I would have liked.
Oh no, for sure not. I was like the synopsis we read, as you mentioned earlier. It seemed like they were going to be a lot more involved than they actually were.
I thought they were going to be a lot more involved. And the second that we got to the chapter where it was like, okay, and we're going to deploy you guys on literally the opposite sides of the planet, I was like, oh, okay, well,
how did we resolve that? Like,
I guess Beige has to be on Cain's ass and think that he's a traitor. But I thought they served as an interesting contrast between. Just as Cain and Beige are mirrors of each other, you have the Talarn and the Valhallans being mirrors of each other, where like the fucking Valhallans very chill, like literally, like they're pretty loose with it.
Yeah,
they've mellowed out a bit, especially with their relationship with Cain. Whereas like the Talarn are like really, really devoted to the worship of the Emperor. They love the Emperor.
I mean, and also just, you know, as you mentioned before, I think too, the tactics between the two is desert fighting versus Arctic fighting, essentially.
Yeah. I always appreciate when Sandy Mitchell does write something to the effect of like, oh yeah, Cain is like struggling trying to get through this snow, but meanwhile the rest of the squad are like just effortlessly walking. They're like, it's just like home. It's just like home. Like, that's fun. That's very fun. I do have a note here. Castine continues to be the best. Love Castine.
Correct.
Love her.
Correct.
Her and Brockla are very fun.
Despite what Beige thinks.
I literally wrote in my notes, I have the ick. And that was definitely after Beige and Castine speak to one another. But also, like, Cain also has that thing where he's like, I'm also looking at her tits. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, Cain, I get it, but come on, man. Come on. Come on, dude. Don't be like that. That's your coworker. Come on.
And remember, Amberly's reading this after too.
Yeah, and she's like, that motherfucker. Oh,
not that he would have known that.
Also, apparently there are a ton of kids on the Valhallan ships.
Yeah, I mean, so that's the kind of thing I think that just happens with Imperial Guard, and they also,
I mean, especially with the mixed regiment. I mean, like by like book 1, we saw like Cassian and Brocklov were like sharing a quarters. Like there was bound to be kids popping out of somewhere at some point.
This is something that happens, I think, in Guard books in general, because it's the same thing. The same exact thing happens in Gaunt's Ghost.
Yeah, people, listen, you're not going to stop human beings from breeding like rabbits. Like, if there's one thing that humanity is good for, we can make more of us real well.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. But also, you know, in Gaunt's Ghost especially, they also seem to have this weird following of like people who are like merchants following them around so they could sell stuff to the regiment or otherwise, or people who happen to.
That makes sense. You also had a note from Amberly that I wrote here is like I can't remember exactly what she says, but she says something along the lines of like Cain had to basically, as the commissar of the Valhallans, or like the main commissar, so to speak, is that he basically had to learn, I think from what she said, like he had to learn how to deliver children. Or like how to like take care of them, and it was like, you know what? Yeah, maybe he needs that. Maybe he needs. I'm just imagining Cain with like 7 kids like crawling all over him, and he's like, "Stop it! Stop!" Oh,
yeah, no, that makes that.
So I imagine they would drop the kids off at some point when they went back to Valhalla, right? Like I feel like that's the move. No, whenever they get to Valhalla next,
or they stay on the ship, or they stay on the ship.
Yeah, but I imagine it would be like a sort of like maybe it would be the parents' decision, or I don't know, because like I feel the what do you call it? the Munitorum, is that what it is? The people who take all the inventory and all that shit.
Well, the Munitorum is also just kind of they also are more or less kind of just the high command of the Imperial.
Yeah. The high command would probably be like, well, why would you get rid of them? That's recruits. Keep them on the ship. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Listen.
And that happens at Gaunt's Ghost too.
Listen, some repairs require a very small body to get inside. So we need as many kids.
No,
we're gonna fucking Snowpiercer this shit, bro. It's gonna be fucked up by the end of it.
Not the child labor.
Not the child. Oh, yeah. The fucking Imperium who are like xenociding everything left and right. But I draw the line at fucking child labor. Yeah, that's where we draw the fucking line. Oh.
Well.
I have a note here. Okay, this kind of relates to the demon stuff, but the Slaanesh cult / like every like the more politics, nobles being stupid. I really loved when the nobles voted themselves out of the room. That was awesome. That was so good.
Yeah, that when I mentioned the presence of politics earlier, that's one of the things I was definitely.
I loved that.
Yeah, it was like, yeah. I mean, you could keep yourselves, but now I'm just gonna have to declare martial law and just take over the entire government. I think that happened anyway.
I was talking to Lou, and I think he mentioned like that specifically is like a real thing that happened, where a bunch of like nobles voted themselves out of like a war meeting or something. I don't remember.
Lou, if Lou is in the chat and maybe he wants to talk
I don't know.
It's more.
I remember something like that being said.
Yeah,
but I don't know at the time. Slaanesh cult.
Yes, and Slaanesh Daemon.
Okay.
So
I love when Slaanesh doesn't just get depicted as, because obviously you had like the whole thing of like, oh, they're naked, oh, they're doing such heinous stuff. Is that a trans person? Is that an androgynous person? What is that? Like, that's whatever. I don't care. You know what I do? You know what I really fuck with? I fuck with Slaanesh cultists wearing colors that hurt to look at. That's the type of shit I'm like, fuck yeah. That's what I love.
Yeah, and also toward the beginning of the beginning of the book, I remember that the cultists that were like, they were basically just like the starting force of renegades that were like in the city, like, and they were getting like shot at shit. They were like, yeah, shot, more.
Going like, yeah, like that's awesome. I love that. There's like some minis you can get for AOS where like the Hedonites of Slaanesh I think are like a perfect representation of the faction, because it's not just haha naked. It's like they have like a bit of a gladiatorial vibe to them, and there's like pain bringers and like harbingers of pain and shit like that. But like there are literally minis you can find for Slaanesh in Age of Sigmar that they have a bunch of spikes on their armor that go inward. So every time they move, they are hurting themselves and they're like, fuck yeah. Like that's the type of shit I'm like, yes, that's Slaanesh up. Yeah, sex, whatever. I don't care. That's boring. Whatever. Get weird with it. You gotta get weird with it for me to be like, ooh, you know?
Chad is also mentioning there's that one specific Slaanesh cultist who's the old guy who said like age before beauty, and that guy was funny.
Age before beauty. Oh.
For the 5 seconds he was there before he got fucking blasted.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought mostly the Slaanesh cult was fun. I would have liked maybe a bit more. I didn't expect... Okay. So the main... I don't know if you would even call her the main antagonist, but like the final boss, let's say, of this story...
The daemon, Emily.
Emily. Now, normally, I'd be like, who the hell is this? I feel lost, but I feel the book itself did enough to fill you in of like, okay, Cain had a previous experience with a bunch of Slaaneshi things. There was a girl named Emily. She tricked him, almost seduced him, and then here we are. And it's like, oh, okay, that I have all the context I need. But you...
Would you like... so would you like a little couple more details there?
I would, because you actually went and read that story.
Well, listen to it. It was only like 45 minutes long. It was part of the anthology, which
it's a short story.
If you want to listen to that story, guys, that is the Ciaphas Cain anthology, now available for free on audio book as well as ebook.
I thought they were making the free stuff not free at the end of March, but we're like halfway through April.
Yeah, I know.
So I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I'm looking at it on my phone right now. It's ebook and audiobook are still for free on the Black Library app. If you
go get the Black Library app, get all those books. You have 8 books that you can get for free, audio and like ebook. Get it.
Yeah. So basically, long story short, basically what happened is Ciaphas found an excuse to get away from the front line and get away from his camp for a bit, and to recon some stuff, and he accidentally ran into some Nurgling cultists on his way on his patrol.
Oh hell yeah!
The tank. He got ambushed. They steered off. They found.
Would you like to eat actual shit? No.
No, please no. They found this woman lost in the woods. It wasn't Emily. It was somebody else. But and they fended off a couple of the cultists. They followed her and her group back to this. I think it was basically just a girls' boarding school. But Cain felt something was wrong almost immediately, and then some rituals started happening. The 2 Valhallans that Cain was with in the tank died. He and Jurgen get away, but not before Cain shoots Emily in the face. Emily was trying to seduce him.
Right.
And that's basically the entire story.
I could gather, because it was a short story, I didn't feel like I was losing anything from not having read it before. You know what I mean? Like, I feel Traitor's Hand does a good enough job of filling you in with, like, here's the basics of what happened. Oh no, Emily's back. Oh.
Yeah, but
El Demone.
Yeah, I mean, you don't lose it. You don't lose anything really. I don't think from not reading. The story's called The Beguiling, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned
The
I forget if I
Beguiling.
mentioned but that's the chapter in the book. Oh, also at the end, the Durgling cultists show up and just engage the Slaneshi cultist, and they just kind of ignore Cain and Jurgen as they leave, which I found kind of funny because they had their hands tied with the Slaneshi.
Can we pour one out for the Corn Lord, the World Eater's Lord who died in orbit?
Oh,
they just blew up his fucking ship, dude. What the fuck? They just blew him up. What the fuck?
Poor guy. He just wanted to fight.
He just wanted to fight. That's all he wanted.
Yeah. So the court. So
wait, hold on. Did he die in orbit or did he get hit by a missile? I can't remember. It was one of the two. He either got like fucking blasted out of the sky or he immediately like ate a missile. Either way, you should have challenged him to single combat. That would have been much better. And speaking of which, all right, what the fuck's going on with Cain? Because he's pretty good at using the chainsword. It's like his favorite thing.
Yeah, so he 1v1 the fucking...
So, okay, I've heard that Cain goes 1v1 with the World Eater, but I feel like that has been regurgitated and retold so many times that people say it as, oh yeah, Cain 1v1 a World Eater and like totally won hands down. No. Cain barely survived, managed to parry some of the World Eater's things, and then went, hey, Jurgen, and then got blown away by a Melta.
Of course, the funny thing is, in universe...
But in universe, he 1v1 and completely killed a World Eater single-handedly. Like, that's fun. That's fun.
Yeah, it happens.
There was also something similar with the tank, where they were running, and then what was it like? There was a group between them and the tank, and I can't remember exactly what happened.
Yeah, I'm not recalling.
There was a situation with a tank where Cain like didn't fire on his own dudes, where a normal commissar would, and Amberly was like, he's the coolest guy ever.
I think I roughly remember that.
Yeah, it was something like that. I was like, that's an interesting thing that, like, you know, it goes to show that Cain is like more of a normal person than your typical commissar, which is more like beige.
Yeah. Oh, nothing can challenge the Emperor.
Don't go any further.
Execute him.
Cody did confirm the Chaos Corn Lord did get hit by a missile launcher from a trooper team. Yeah, I remember halfway through saying it. Yeah, he ate a fucking missile.
Yeah.
My boy. There's
a lot of guard facing off against Marines and winning easily.
Yeah, that's bullshit. I think they should have all died. I think this book should.
God's Ghost too.
I think this fucking book should have ended with everybody on the planet having to flee or die because all of the Chaos guys won. That's what should have happened.
But also at the same time, apparently, I guess it's implied that there aren't a lot of World Eaters on the planet.
No, I got they definitely talked about how there were way more cultists than there were actual Marines. From, if I remember right, I think Amberly fills in the details going like, oh yeah, it was some Chaos Lord looking to like make a name for himself. And so it was just him and like a squad. And then they just either all died in orbit before they could actually reach the surface of the planet, or they, you know, got fucking caned or missile launched. I don't know.
I have to break for a second here.
My poor babies. My poor bunnies. They should have won.
I hate to invoke meme images, but somebody in the creature chat posted a pretty funny one. I don't know how easy it is to pull up. When you're dueling a surprisingly skilled commissar melee, and all the guardsmen suddenly start chanting the name of an Eldar war god.
Hold on, I can put that for our visual listeners. If you're on Spotify or you're listening to this on your phone, apologies, but there is now a meme on screen. Yeah. Yeah, that would confuse me too. That would confuse me very much. It's very good.
Thank you, Green Stark, in the
very good
in the Patreon chat.
Yeah, no, the World Eaters versus Slanesh thing was pretty cool. I thought the setup for it was really fun. I liked some of the details that we got from Cain, where we got an in-universe explanation of what chaos is to them and how they understand it, because that's pretty cool. I always like seeing, what's the perspective of this person on this topic or this event or something. That's always really cool to me, because we, as people experiencing this setting, as it is, where it's, it's books and toys and shit, we have more of a view, I guess you could say we have a fuller view of what everything is going on, and these characters don't necessarily. And I think it's really cool when we get to see just what Cain feels, or what he thinks, or what he doesn't think, or what he doesn't know. And I just really enjoy that kind of thing. It was one of the things in No Fear that I really liked, because not really big spoilers for No Fear. That's when the Battle of Calth happens. So it's Word Bearers versus Ultramarines, and a lot of it is Ultramarines going, "What the fuck is happening?" They don't understand what's going on, and I think that's very fun. As and it can also be really cool as a sense of dread or just dramatic irony in general. It goes back to what I was saying with the multiple perspectives in this book, where Cain might not understand exactly what's going on throughout the whole battle, but we as the audience know what's going on in the in orbit, where the merchant ships. I really like that. Yeah. I do not fuck with naval battles in 40K. Me. That's me. Battlefleet Gothic, I don't give a shit. I do not care.
I was going to mention that, but the cinematics are still cool as shit.
Yeah, the cinematics are cool, and there's also no ships in them. Now, that being said, the detail where all the fucking chaos ships come in, and all the merchant ships, they surround them, right? And the chaos ships are ignoring the merchant ships because whatever, they're merchant ships. And then all the merchant ships turn their guns, and they start firing on the chaos ships. That's fucking good.
Yeah.
That's real good.
Trickery. We love naval trickery. There's a movie we should watch at some point called, because it kind of shows a similar scene called Master and Commander, which is kind of a...
I've heard about Master and Commander.
Yeah. It's kind of has a cult following at this point.
Pandora in the live chat says most authors are bad at narrating naval battles. I'd argue that most authors are bad at narrating battles, period. It is really, really, really hard to write a battle that you can focus on and it be satisfying. I don't care how accurate you are with your sword stances or your pirouettes or whatever the fuck. It's boring. It's hard to keep that entertaining in a text format. Whereas you have, it's really, really difficult to do that. It's not impossible, but it's difficult. Whereas in film, it's much easier because it's visual, But there's also different difficulties about that. What else do I have in my notes? Oh, I really, really liked when Emily the Demon.
Yep.
She comes out, right? And she's talking to stuff. I don't know why I latched onto this detail, but I loved how when she was talking about making Adumbria into a demon world, she was talking about it like she was redecorating. She was like, what color do you think the sky should be? I really liked that for some reason. I was like, that's such a cool way of not only showing the arrogance of the demon, but also showing their power. And also,
and the perspective on things. It's like
perspective on things, and also like it's so Slaneshi to be like, yeah, I'm thinking mauve from the sky. Like, that's awesome. That's so cool.
It's basically the equivalent of them of the demon just kind of barging into somebody's house and saying, "Ooh, I should paint the walls."
Dude, I'm thinking black for the floor and pink for the walls. That'd be fucking sick.
Meanwhile, the owners are like, "What the fuck are you doing in my house?"
Yeah, whatever. Listen, this is my house now. You're getting evicted. You're all squatters now, and I legally can do whatever I want to you. That's how it works.
It's gonna get really kicky very soon.
You're about to get promoted to a missing person real quick. I really, 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 I really, really, really liked that. Yeah, also, like, it's the chaos thing of, like, we summon a demon. Hooray, our purpose is filled. Oh, no, she's eating us. The fact that just summoning the demon, she had enough power to freeze time, except for the people that she wanted to not be frozen. Like, that's crazy. Because that... Yeah, did we get specifically, was Emily a demon prince? Or was she just, like... She must have been a demon prince.
She seemed human. I remember she seemed human in the short story.
She was, yeah, but by that time she has ascended. Like she has become something greater by Traitor's hand. And
I need to.
I don't think it's ever said, because Cain just keeps saying the demon. Chad is saying she was a demon prince. Okay.
I mean, with given that she came here with like a summoning ritual, I would say demon prince
I would say demon prince.
Yeah.
How did she ascend? She tanked it. She just did it.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird that she ascended at all, because by all accounts, her ritual was kind of a failure, and she got shot in the head early in the short story. But
Slanesh thought it would be really fucking funny.
Or she was a demon prince by that point anyway, and she just got foiled either way.
Yeah, that's also very possible. Like, maybe the ritual was like 95% complete or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't read the short story, so I don't really know.
Cody's saying what I was thinking, which is in the prequel book she was a psyker. That's what I thought too. So I feel like we're missing some steps here, but it worked.
Well, in the warp, many things are possible. Perhaps Slanesh was like, maybe she had enough like hatred or like want for revenge against Cain that like maybe the Chaos God took some interest. Maybe that sort of manifested into something in the warp, which may have led to the ascending to becoming a demon. I don't know. But whatever, demon now. Whee! So that also means she can come back.
Yes?
Yeah, she's not permadead.
In theory, at least. I will say, when I looked her up on Lexiconum, I didn't see many references to her.
No, I'm just saying the possibility is she could somehow come back, because the other, like, she died from like Melta, right?
Yeah, more or less.
Man, I guess Meltas are really good against demons. Hold on, let me
Uh-oh. Well, okay, we're looking up Wikipedia. What's
Yeah, we're gonna see how much a Melta does. 1 second. 1 second, we're gonna go to Wikipedia, and we're gonna see how much a Melta does. One second, hold on. One second. I don't know Imperial Guard rules. No, this is really bad. No, I don't know what squads can have Meltas. No, not Imperial agents.
Fuck. I mean, also, what edition would this be? And when did this book come out?
Yeah, look up the year and whatever edition
2005.
it was. 2005. What was 2005? Like 6th edition? 5th or 6th, I think.
40K 5th edition would have been 2008 was 5th edition. So yeah, 4th edition 2004.
Okay, Melta, 12 inches, 1 attack, 4 up ballistic skill, strength 9, AP -4, D6 damage. Now, how much health does a demon prince have?
Well,
how much health does a demon prince have? Hold on.
While you're looking that up, I also did want to mention real quick because I think I meant to mention this in the last book, but I think it bears mention this as we're finishing off the trio we're finishing off the first 3 books for now.
We're done with Ciaphas Cain for now because I did want to mention this. Like, I am feeling the fatigue of like it was like this with Godric and Felix too, where we read through 1, 2, 3, and then for Cain we read through 1, 2, 3, and we're specifically taking breaks in between them so that we don't get burnt out. Because yes, I get it. Jurgen is stinky. I know. Yep. Mm-hmm. Stop doing my boy like this.
Those cartoon flies are still hovering over.
Yep, I get it. Oh, I also have a note here. This is from the beginning of the book. Jurgen is sick. Give my boy a ginger root pill now. Give him now. A demon prince has 10 wounds, but a 2-up save and a 4-up invuln. So she may have just rolled like dog shit. And maybe Jurgen was rolling real high. Maybe that was it.
Yeah, but Cody also was pointing out, that the Melta wasn't even the finishing blow there.
I can't remember what it was, to be honest with you.
A whole bunch of guard charged in with Lasgun.
That's extra bullshit. No. Lasgun, my beloved. I hate you.
Well, I mean, or Lasguns or whatever Imperial Guard happened to be carrying at that time. But it was a bunch of guard that charged in around that time.
Am I wrong in
off.
thinking that I don't think Lasguns are all that cool? Like, I think they're fine. But, like, there's also something in my brain that, like, it's hard for me. Okay. So, like, las cannons are like really strong, right? But a las gun is like pee pee poo poo, and so I'm like, I hate it.
I like long lasses, but you know what I'm about.
I like when they have satisfying laser noises. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, that's fair.
I like when they have consistent lights and consistent recoil rules. Do they have recoil or do they not? What color are they? Who fucking cares?
What color are they, chat?
What color are they, chat? I'll tell you. It doesn't fucking matter. Because in all official art, it's yellow.
Chat, when freaking... Was it Dawn of War? When Dawn of War 4 got teased, everybody was complaining, like, why aren't the lasguns red? And you know what I did, chat? I went to my second ghost book, and I started looking for colors, and there were 4 different colors mentioned in 2 different paragraphs for lasguns. I'm not gonna fucking hear it. And none of them were red.
But John... I don't read Warhammer books, and I want to be mad. John. I've never interacted with 40k once in my life, and I have very strong opinions about it, okay?
But also, one more thing I want to mention. The guy started this, and the guy trailed off.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's all good. I was guilty as well. When we first started this series, when we first started this series on the first book, well, the quote unquote first book,
the Emperor Protects, yeah,
right. We also made fun of the Alpha Busa video about Ciaphas Cain, which it's played up for dramatic effect, but as these books go on, I see more and more of what they were talking about. I in my opinion, at least,
he's not crying. He can suck it up.
He can suck it up. He's
he needs to pull himself up by his bootstraps and get back out there on the front lines. God damn
it! Yeah. But it is still played up. But I am seeing a lot of what they were talking about. When he's accidentally pulling shit off, and he's like internally screaming still. So, it is played up. But I think I appreciate now that I've read these 3 books.
You can see more of like where they're pulling from. Yeah, I get you. I get you.
Yeah. I don't know if you agree or not, but
it's
also been a while probably since you've seen that.
Yeah, it is. I guess I'm more so I'm just like on my hands and knees begging people who quote the fucking video as gospel to actually read the fucking books. I guess that's where I'm at.
Yeah. I mean,
please.
Yeah. Please read.
Oh, someone in chat also mentioned the brothel. I forgot about the brothel. Yeah, the brothel will be so brothel. Easy, dude. Yeah, there's not going to be anything there. Totally. Oh no,
it's Slaanesh.
It's the most important thing. Ciaphas, you fucking idiot.
Looking at ye, begging people to read the books.
Oh, don't go any further.
Thank you, Possum.
Thank you, Possum. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I've basically run to the end of my notes. Not a whole lot to talk about. It's a great continuation. Yo, skip Caves of Ice. Tell your friends if they're getting into fucking Ciaphas Cain. Just be like, yeah. Read like the anthology if you want. Emperor Protects is pretty good. Skip Caves of Ice. It's not good.
Yeah. And this one was also missing Amberly for the most part, at least in the actual main part.
Amberly didn't really make a show, which I was expecting she was gonna show up more often, but maybe that's just me expecting things.
I think she will. I mean, we said that we mentioned her absence in Caves of Ice.
I was really expecting her to show up. Excuse me.
You good?
Oh,
Take a sip. Okay.
Excuse me. Oh my goodness.
Damn.
I was really expecting her to show up in Caves of Ice, like, and I mentioned it as like a joke, but like I was really expecting at some point for her to show up and be like wearing a Necron head and be like, Ciaphas. Like I also thought that was going to happen here. She's like wearing a Slaanesh cult thing. You're like, Cain, welcome. Yeah, I was doing some undercover work.
I mean, I guess technically she did show up, but it was also Emily impersonating her or whatever that.
Yeah, it was different. What was the thing that he noticed that was like, you're not Amberly? I can't remember what exactly it was.
It wasn't anything. Jurgen came back.
Right, you're right. Yeah, Jurgen showed, and he was like, what the fuck? You're shimmering a little bit. That's really weird.
Yeah, it changed over to just a bartender lady, I guess. Bar lady or something like that. And it was like, oh, okay. And then impersonating an inquisitor is a crime, and then shoots her.
You can't do that.
But my point is, we mentioned the lack of Amberly as a problem in the last book, but she was also kind of not here in this book, and it didn't matter as much.
I think it's because we had a lot more going on.
Yeah, it might have been.
There was more happening in the plot, so her absence wasn't felt as hard. You know what I mean?
It wasn't.
Dude, I got a rant about this. Okay, so because 11th edition... Sorry, keep going.
I was going to just say one more mention thing. I didn't expect her to show up in this book as much, mostly because she's Ordo Xenos, and these were all heretics.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Okay, 11th edition, go.
So 11th edition is focusing on orcs, right? Because we're going back to Armageddon. And so GW is releasing an orc omnibus where they have advertised it going like, hey, this is a perfect collection of stories if you want to get into orcs.
No.
Hey, you want to learn about orcs? Do you want to know the books that are in the omnibus? It's fucking Hell's Reach, Caves of Ice, and I can't remember the third one. But they are all three not books that have orc POVs. It is all orc like getting killed books, and the fact they're advertising is like, if you like orcs, come read that. Like, it's garbage. It's fucking garbage. Do not read that fucking omnibus if you like orcs. Just go online and be like, what orc book should I get into? And you're gonna get like 4 different answers, and just pick the one that you read like the fucking blurb about and go, wow, that sounds interesting, and just go do that.
You really, really think they would start with books that are written the orcs' perspective? You know, we have a friend, Gabby, who is really into orcs.
He's read every single orc book.
he read every single orc book, and I'm pretty sure at this point he is quantifiably upset with this omnibus.
It's really bad. It's ridiculous that they're advertising it as like get into orcs with these, and like the first book is fucking Hell's Reach, a Black Templar book. Like what the fuck, dude? The fucking orcs in Caves of Ice don't even do anything.
They argue a bit. About shooting at Cain, and then
they die. Wow. Wow, what a great representation of orcs. Wow, that's so awesome. Awful. Terrible. Just terrible. Oh my god. Right, Possum in chat. I forgot the last book in that omnibus is the first War of the Beast book. I fucking forgot. That's why I blocked it. I blocked it from my memory. That's why I couldn't remember it. I was like, there was a third one, but I can't remember. The fucking Beast Rises is the third book. Garbage omnibus.
Shit. God,
do not buy that omnibus. That is awful. That is awful. Yeah, great start for orc fans. Wow, amazing. Terrible.
And they're all written from the Imperial perspective.
Yeah. And like the orcs don't really do shit. Yeah, I really want to read about orcs and learn about their goofiness. Yeah, I'm going to read about fucking Grimaldus. Yeah, that's where I'm going. Like, what the fuck? Dude, right. I'm really interested in the World Eaters. I'm going to go play Space Marine 2. Oh. Awful, terrible.
All right. Recenter.
I'm recentering. I'm at peace. I'm in my home. Right. I'm having a great time.
The War of the Beast doesn't actually exist.
It's not real. All right. It's not real.
Possum really wishes it's not real.
It's not real. It's very weird. Okay. Hey, chat. So, next book club is gonna be... Hey, everybody in the audience. It's May 6th. May 6th is going to be the next book club. And what are we reading? It's going to be The Twice Dead King Ruin. Carrie's going to be on that one. We also might have a special guest. So wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Let's read the blurb here.
I'm going to say goodbye for a bit, chat.
You're going to say goodbye, but you're still going to read this book because it's a good goddamn book, John.
I read both books already.
Read it again.
Okay.
Pride is everything for the dynastic kings of the Necron race, who have awakened after millennia to see their empires occupied by foul beasts and simple minds. For the Necron Lord Ultix, the Ithacus dynasty was his by right, but the machinations of the court see him stripped of his position and exiled to a forgotten world. I love The Twice Dead King. It's a duology, so the next two book clubs are going to be The Twice Dead King. It's Ruin. Ruin is book 1, and Reign is book 2. So Ruin. Now,
make sure you get it in the right order.
Make sure you get it in the right order. I love Twice Dead King. Now, here's the thing. We've done a Necron book on the book club before. It was our first book club. It was The Infinite and the Divine. I think I like Twice Dead King more than The Infinite and the Divine.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I say this as I have the illustrated annotation version of The Infinite and Divine right behind me. I love The Infinite and Divine. But I like the Twice Dead King a little more. I'm sorry.
You don't like the Toxic Yowie more?
Hold on. Let me explain. If I'm saying like on a scale, let's say I think Twice Dead King is like a 9 out of 10. Infinite Divine's like an 8 out of 10. It's like right there. It's right there.
I don't know, man. You're gonna have a tough time justifying.
Everybody's turning on me. This is where
everybody. I'm looking at the Twitch chat right now.
This is where everybody goes like, I used to really like this channel, but then.
Oh God, I have to allow that comment through.
But then, but then Ava had an opinion that I don't agree with. Let's kill him.
Possum is turning on you
too. Ultix is my favorite Necron character.
Yeah, I mean, fair, I guess. I mean, the character is one thing.
Ava out here complaining a Muppet movie with Gladiator and saying Gladiator is a bit more realistic. That's not what I said.
Yeah, Dot put it best. Several people are typing.
Listen, you need to listen to me, dear viewer, dear listener. The book club for Twice Dead King, Ruin, is going to be on May 6th. It's going to be me, Carrie, and possibly a special guest. So join us for the live then. If you don't catch it live, then you can catch it when it gets uploaded afterward. Be sure to check out our things on Patreon at patreon.com/numbskulls, where you can get access to all sorts of cool things, like a Discord with a great community, a part of it. You can also get all sorts of cool things at the higher tiers. You can check out our merch over at orchidate.com. Hey, I didn't know this until recently, but apparently Orchidate is like hella backed up. Like they have a shortage isn't the right word, but they're behind on some of the orders. So if you've ordered something and it's taken a bit to get to you, understand that they're catching up, I didn't know that.
I mean, they might still be reeling from Christmas, and they might also be still reeling from tariffs.
Yeah, for sure. And so it might take a bit for you to get some stuff, and that's okay. What else? Catch us for live streams where we play video games and stuff, me and Carrie, over usually on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're going to try to get back to that 3-day schedule, but if we don't stream, then whatever. Look forward to High Elves. We're currently on the lookout for an editor to help us with the output of these videos, and I'm searching. I'm like a little piggy looking for truffles. But look forward. What's that?
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Keep on.
Look forward to Twice Dead King Book Club if you're interested in the book clubs on May 6th. The Twice Dead King Ruin, not Rain, Ruin.
Okay. I was gonna add. Did you show the Patreon yet?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Patreon.com/numbskulls. Anyway, thank you all for listening. See you in the next one.
Chat, it's been good. I hope to join you again for book club soon.
Bye bye, everybody.
Later.
Bye bye.